What's good, everybody? Time for a DL short. So, Oliver Anthony, that's the man who wrote the song Richmond North of Richmond. I did a video on this already, like just talking about the song itself and the political ramifications. But there was a lot I didn't know, I wasn't aware of at the time. And, I've been listening to this song, reading the lyrics, thinking about just the words that this brother was conveying. And we're going to listen to it. And Brother Oliver was on Joe Rogan. What I didn't know is this man's story. I didn't know his struggles with addiction. I didn't know that he had hit rock bottom, as they say. And, the thing with addiction, man, people hear addiction, you start thinking, you know, hard narcotics and this and that, but it could be alcohol, it could be women, it could be men. You could be addicted to adrenaline, right? Addiction comes in many forms. You could be addicted to video games. You could be addicted to working out. There's just so many things that the human brain does, and we just don't quite understand. It could just hurt you. I didn't know that this brother hit rock bottom, and his addiction was narcotics, apparently. And when he got there, as so many people do, he fell back on his religion and his beliefs. And he asked for help. He asked the higher power. He asked God, his God, for help. Lord, just help me out of this, and I will give myself to you. And I will live a righteous life. Those are big words, especially for someone who's struggling. But if you believe in, you know, I don't wear my beliefs on my sleeves when it comes to religion. I watch, I know the stories. I was raised in the faith. I pay attention. So this man, at his weakest moment, when he's down and out, hit rock bottom, he can't see any way out. He is completely in the darkness. He turns to the Lord and he asks for help. 30 days later, he has the number one song in America and a song that's been heard around the world. And it's the message contained in the song. And I'm just, I just been thinking about that message. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna listen to this. We're gonna play the video, and we're gonna play a little and stop, play a little and stop. You know how I do over here. But I just think it's amazing that no one has been able to buy this guy yet. And I saw the pushback, and I saw people coming at him, and I asked myself why. Like, yo, why are they coming after this dude so hard? And I think the reason is this man relates to every single one of us who in that bottom 90 percentile, really the bottom 99. And 100% of us in this country can understand the message. And the message is dangerous. The message is dangerous. The message can get people to come together. And you got this old black guy from the Midwest sitting here talking about the lyrics, the song of this white guy with a red beard who's singing in the middle of God's glory, right? He's not in the studio. He's in the woods recording. The sound is perfect. The song, insane. The lyrics, amazing. So let's listen to this a little bit.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame.
I mean, did you hear what he just said? anyone who's been out here working for themselves, trying to either working on their own thing or working for somebody, we all know what that's like. Slaving away out here working for bullshit pay. Overtime ain't paying like it's supposed to pay. We know that. And he just works himself and he comes on home so he can drink his worries away. Isn't that how it starts? Start drinking and you move over maybe to some green, and then maybe you move over to something harder, and then something harder than that. And before you know it, you're in a very dark place. And it's a damn shame what the world's going through. People like me and people like you. That's something that resonates with everybody. I don't care if you on the block cranking. I don't care if you out in Appalachia or working in the coal mines. I don't care if you out here working 3 or 4 jobs in restaurant work, whatever. This resonates. This is enough to get people to pause long enough to see what's going on around them. And this man can't be bought. At least he hasn't been bought yet, to my knowledge. People have been throwing millions of dollars at him. He's just writing music and trying to live a righteous life. He's trying to keep his promise to his God.
What the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men.
These words are powerful. And you hear his voice. His voice is just as powerful as the words, but they don't overcome one another. It's almost a perfect balance. I love music. I love music. As long as I can remember. I'm a musician. I love music. And when I hear this, it's just a perfect blend. He's not singing, he's preaching. And he's not preaching from a multi-billion-dollar pulpit in a multi-million-dollar super church, driving around in a Phantom, flying around in a private jet, wearing $50,000 custom-made suits and Rolexes and RMs and asking people for money. He's not doing any of that. Like I said, I grew up in the faith. Who would Jesus be kicking it with? Creflo Dollar? One of those mega church people. I can't think of their names off the top of my head. There's a guy in Dallas, I forget his name. Bill Burr likes to pick on him. I forget his name. Someone in the comments later on, let me know who I'm thinking about. Would Jesus be in those mega churches? Or would Jesus be in the woods talking to a poor, lost soul who was asking for forgiveness, who was asking for help? Who would Jesus be talking to? Richmond, north of Richmond. He's talking about preachers too, y'all. Y'all know there's money in that. That's a big game right there, bro.
I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down.
Tell me where he's lying. When our politicians should be looking out for American workers. right? We should be, and not just publicizing some of these 1%ers who are taking advantage of these poor children somewhere. They should be looking into that too. But you see what he's saying? You could do both at the same time. Obesity, another addiction, food. I'm sorry, body positivity is not a good thing. It's not. If you out there and you 5'3" and you 300 pounds, yeah, tax money ought not be paying for your fudge rounds. That's true. Our tax money should be paying to get you on a healthy diet to help you with your addiction, to get your weight down so you can live longer. That's what it should be doing. We're living in a new world.
Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true,
But it is.
Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men know the rich men, Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, because your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, cause the rich men know the rich men.
You talk about that dollar. Everybody talks about UPS. Oh, the UPS drivers are making $170,000 a year with this new contract and all the other stuff. We've talked about that on this platform. They're not making that much, and they certainly won't get that top dollar until the end of the contract, the way it's structured out. And if you go back and look, like he just said, the dollar ain't shit. You don't have the purchasing power that you think you do. You don't. Those people at UPS fought hard within the union so they could claw back money they should have already had. That contract still doesn't account for 100% of inflation. If you go back to 1996, they're making basically the same amount of money they would have been making if they were living back in 1996. Because of inflation and the purchasing power has gone what the dollar ain't shit. Just like you said. And they're out there busting their butts in those hot trucks or cold trucks, running up and down those streets, risking their lives every single day to deliver packages. And it's just a fair rate. UPS got the money. Do you hear the word? Remember, 30 days before this song took off, it's over 56 million views to date. 30 days before this, he was at his end. He was rock bottom in the darkness, and he cried out for help. And he got an answer.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay.
I hope people are listening. Is Oliver Anthony your poor righteous teacher? Is this a case of God moving in mysterious ways? That's an honest question. Let me know in the comments. If you haven't heard the song, I truly encourage you to listen to it without me breaking it all up and putting in my little 2 cents. Just listen to this song, listen to his words. Go find his story, listen to his story. 30 days before this happened, he was completely in the dark. He cried out for help and someone answered. I'll talk to y'all later.